Okay, today we are starting with a new chapter, that is work, energy and power, and we are starting with the work first. What is work? Work is the product of force and distance or displacement in the direction of force. So what is work? Work is actually the product of. Okay, now for this we should know that every object is considered as a point object, then only we will be talking about all these things. Now, work done by a constant force. If force is constant, then simply as the definition says, work done is equal to force into displacement. Okay, but it is in the case when the displacement and the force are in the same direction, because it has been mentioned here that the force and distance should be in the same direction. If they are not in the same direction but they are making an angle theta with each other, force is in this direction and displacement is in this direction, and they are making an angle theta, then we have to calculate the product of force and displacement which are in the same direction. That means either we have to resolve this force along the displacement or we have to resolve this s along the force. So if we resolve this force along the direction of displacement, then either you can write it as fx or you can say it f cos theta. So now we have this f cos theta as the force along the direction of displacement. So product of this f cos theta and displacement will be the work done. So work done come out to be fs cos theta. Now since force is a vector quantity and s is the displacement, this is also vector quantity, and theta is the angle between f and s, so it can be written as f dot s, that is a dot product of force and the displacement. If we draw a graph then between the force and displacement, then the area of the graph enclosed by the distance axis, that will represent the work. This is a very important term, that the area of the graph represents the work. Now we have discussed about the type of forces. There are three type of forces: positive force, there are three type of work: positive work, negative work and the zero work. So first we are talking about the positive work. Since the work is force into displacement into cos theta, force and displacement, they are the vector quantity, they will adjust itself, but cos theta is the scalar quantity. If you are talking about the magnitude, then fs cos theta, this is the magnitude, and cos theta may have a positive value or negative value, and we know that when the angle theta is less than 90 degree, then the cos theta comes out to be positive. That means when cos theta is in the first quadrant. So if cos theta is positive, work done will be positive, and the graph will be something like this, or it may be something like this, but the graph must be in the first quadrant. Then we come to the negative work. Negative work when the cos theta is negative, and when cos theta is negative, when it is in the second quadrant, that is the theta is between 90 to 180. Theta cannot be more than 180 for a real life situation. Very rarely when the angle comes below the surface, then only it will be more than 180, otherwise it cannot be. So we'll be talking about the theta between 90 and 180 only, and in that condition cos theta is negative, so work done will come out to be negative, and the graph will be in the third quadrant or in the second quadrant, but for the simplicity mostly we are drawing it in the fourth quadrant. Okay, next is zero work done. What is work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement into cos theta. Now work done can be zero if force is zero. If force is zero, obviously no force is applied on the body, then the work done will be zero. This is the condition when a object is kept on the table and it remains there. We are not disturbing it, we are not applying any force in it. In that condition, the work done will be 0 because we are not applying any force. Second condition, if displacement is 0, means the body is at rest. When I am applying a force on the wall, then the wall doesn't move, that means the body is at rest. And if S is 0, means the work done is 0. And the third condition, when theta is of 90 degree, when the distance and the force are making an angle of 90 degree. The examples are, when a person is moving on the platform with a heavy weight on his head, then if he is moving in this direction, gravity is always acting the downward direction, angle is of 90 degree. So in that condition, the work done will be 0. So whenever you are moving on a horizontal platform, the work done against the gravity is 0. But remember that you are always not doing the work done against the gravity, but it doesn't mean that you are not doing the work. The friction force, if you are moving in the horizontal direction, then the friction force always acts in the opposite direction. That means there is a negative work done by the body. So work done will be negative. And one more term is used for the negative work, that is the work done on the system. This is on the system, and this positive work is represented as work done by the system. If the person is doing work itself, अगर वो खुद काम कर रहा है तो उसको पॉजिटिव कहते हैं. अगर कोई और उससे काम करा रहा है, एज इन केस ऑफ फ्रिक्शन, द वर्क डन इज नेगेटिव. कोई और ज़बरदस्ती उससे काम करा रहा है, तो ऑन द सिस्टम कोई ज़बरदस्ती काम कर रहा है, तो वर्क डन विल बी नेगेटिव. एंड हियर ऑब्वियसली द वर्क डन इज 0. Now we come to the dimensions of work. Since work is equal to force into displacement, and cos theta is also there, but cos theta is dimensionless. So we'll be writing the dimension of force and the dimension of displacement. So dimension will be this. The dimension of work will be same as the dimensions of energy. Whether you are deriving it by kinetic energy, that is half mv square. Look here, m dimension is m, v dimension is lt minus 1, and the square of this. See, the dimensions will be coming same. Or if you are doing it by potential energy, what is potential energy? Potential energy is mgh. M is mass m, g is acceleration due to gravity, and h is l. So see, the dimensions are coming same. So by any formula you can calculate the dimension. And the next and important topic is rectangular component of work. Rectangular component means the x-axis, y-axis and z component of the work. So we are taking work for this rectangular component. We are taking force as a vector quantity in the terms of component of it, in terms of rectangular component of it, and that is fxi plus fyj plus fzk. So s is equal to sx, displacement along the x-axis, displacement along the y-axis, displacement along the z-axis. Okay, so what is work? Work is equal to force into displacement, means the dot product of these two. So we have written the dot product. Now when we write this vector f and vector s, when we calculate the dot product of this will come out to be this. Now look at the example. If force is given as 2i plus 3j plus k, and displacement is given as I plus 2j minus k, then what will be the work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement, the dot product of these two. So 2i plus 3j plus k dot I plus 2j minus k. That will be I will be multiplied by I, so it will be 2. 3 will multiply, means j will be multiplied by j, plus and plus is plus, 3 to just 6, and minus 1 and 1. So it will be 6, 7, 8 minus 1, that is 7. So work done will be 7. 7 what? 7 units. Now, why units? Why not the exact value? Why not Newton, meter, or why not in joules? Because the units are not given here. If the units are not given, you will be writing the answer in units. If the units Newton and meter is given, you will be writing either Newton meter or in case or in terms of joules. The SI unit of work is joule. Thank you.